I quit my job and I need to generate $5,000 a month from my website and digital marketing company. But how do I stay motivated? So what do you do when you feel totally unmotivated? Even when you know that you have to make money, you know that there's work to be done. What does it take to keep working all week at maximum effectiveness? So this is something I've been struggling with recently. I don't know if it's because it's just gone 4 o'clock and it's already getting dark outside. But I'm going to show you how I plan on staying motivated over the next 12 weeks to get a ton of work done. Here's the truth. Motivation is not about waiting for inspiration or just having goals. It's about having a structure and having a process. Routine and habit and ritual are so important to remaining productive. I'm adamant that in the next few years, some real heavy research, and there already is a ton of stuff out there. I'm reading a book by a guy called Cal Newport at the moment called Deep Work, which is about how there are just so many distractions out there and the importance of sitting down and getting work done. But sitting down and just going, right, I need to get some work done, that's not enough. You need to have a plan and a structure and a process for how you're going to build this forward. And I'm going to share with you the process that I use at the moment to make sure that I get that work done. We have hundreds of ways to distract us, from Facebook. It's coming up to Christmas here, so it's the holiday seasons. Texts, loved ones, kids, family members, whatever coming around. How do we make sure that we feel at the end of each day that it was worth it? And with all the tools and stuff that are supposed to make our lives easier, how do we make sure that we're actually getting work done? So this is how I do this. I'm going to open up Quip, and this is called my productivity list, okay? Now I know that my 3 goals are to launch a new site within 12 weeks. Okay? I know that's one of the big goals, okay? Let's make this a checklist. I know a goal in general is to have $5,000 a month in revenue. And I know another broad goal. This is what's really interesting, right? We're constantly told, oh, so-and-so, people feel like they're being held back all the time. People feel like they're not part of their full potential. And yet when you ask them, what are your goals? Often they don't know. Often they struggle with going, this is the goal. This is what I want to achieve. So I know I want a new site within 12 weeks. I want £5,000 a month in revenue. I don't know what the other goals are. Maybe that's it. Maybe at the moment I can just think of those 2. Well, build an automation funnel would help. So I've done all of this stuff, right? I've done all these exercises, which basically gives me my pitch, my perfect client. It gives me all the raw materials for creating a bunch of content, okay? I know that I've got 4 blog posts. I've taken them down. There's a ton of stuff out there that I know that I've already got, but it's sitting down and doing it. How am I going to just start doing it? How do I know that every day when I sit down at 9 o'clock that I can just start doing work? And this is kind of how we do this. So how I do it is I've got 3 super broad goals, okay? Now, these are the things that I know I want to have achieved. I know I'll be able to go, I've got a new website out there now. I've got an automation funnel and I've got £5,000 in revenue a month coming in, okay? What are the 3 broadest things that I could do to do that new site? Well, first of all, it's write 4 blog posts. It's write my page copy. And choose design options. Okay? And this is then what I do. I then break this down again into 3 more tasks. So I go right in the 4 blog posts. It's first of all, choose most important blog post. And that will probably be, if I remember my pitch, I promise that I can grow your membership numbers and the revenue you generate from those numbers. Too many membership businesses have low list numbers and even fewer membership signups. I grew my membership businesses to $5,000 a month in 6 months. You need to write membership funnel focused sales copy. You need to grow your email list with your content, and you need to create a range of products. So I'm going to say the most important one that I could do is probably how membership businesses wake up every day with more email subscribers. Okay, so I've chosen that. I need to decide on the layout, the post type, which will probably be a how-to guide. And then I need to dedicate, and I need to roughly the intro, bulk, and the follow-up, and the conclusion, the summary. So that's one there. And then basically I just have to repeat that 3 times. I mean, I've done that now. I have to choose the most important blog post. I decide on the post type. It could either be a how-to guide. Actually, let's make that how-to guide. It is either a killer post, which will probably be the perfect product sales. Got content aggregator, which is where the 8-step membership businesses need to take according to the experts. I'm just going to interview a bunch of experts from this here, from my top 20. I'm going to interview a bunch of people. And I've also got a how-to post, killer post, content aggregator. What's the other type of post I've got? An embed reactor, I think. I'll figure it out. And then rough outline it. And I need to sit down and do that. So I need to choose the most important one, which I've done. I need to decide the post type, which I've done. And I now need to just give a rough outline of the intro bulk. Now, here's the problem with motivation. Often the tasks we see are too big, and we need to split them down into smaller ones. So write the page copy. Let's have a look. What pages have I got? Subscribers. Members. Growth. This is my plan, by the way, at the back. I'm going to go over this in more detail. I need an about page. Homepage. Contact. Now, out of all of these, which would really genuinely help me the most? I think, after, let's say I write the blog content, and that's all written. The homepage really is what needs to be written. So what do I want to have? I need to have the design of the page. Actually, no, that's not even close to the first thing. I need to write the content first. Content for the page, which is going to be probably based around a sales letter. I then need to choose a design option. And plug content into page. That's probably about it. Contact page, yeah, maybe not. And then choose my design options. That's just basically looking at color schemes. Make sure the logos, I've got all that. A rough layout. That's pretty easy. To launch a new site, I basically need to write one blog post and write a homepage, and then everything else will kind of follow from that. That seems way more easy. $5,000 a month in recurring revenue. Here's where it gets slightly more interesting. So I need products, I need customers, and I need payment. So I need a range of products. Basically, if I want $5,000 a month in revenue, I need a range of products, okay? I need something at 10 grand. I need something at 5 grand. I need something at 2 grand. I need something at grand. And I need something at 97 a month. Now, basically, I need to go through this and start figuring out what I'm going to offer at those price points. Customers-wise, here's where this gets interesting. I could either, for 5 grand a month, and I think I've covered this already, I could get 5,000 people at £1 a month, okay? Now, that's obviously insane because that's not going to happen. Here's what we can do, though. We can flip that and we can start going, all right, well, 500 people at £10 a month. Is that slightly more realistic? And I think, yeah, that's pretty good. If I got 50 people at £100 a month, that means that I could probably look at a couple of products or 5 people at £1,000 a month. What can I offer for £1,000 a month? I've got a few ideas. Or 1 person at £5,000 a month. £10 people at £500 a month. That's a pretty reasonable option, I think. No, £500 per month. I could get 100 people at 50 quid a month, which is, there's a lot of products I can do for 50 quid a month. Or 1,000 people, which I'm not going to do, at 5 quid a month. Maybe actually, if I get 1,000 people, 1,000 people's a lot. You see, I've now created this sweet spot, right? Where I can basically go, well, let's focus on getting 50 people at £100 a month. And 10 people at 500 a month. And 100 people at 50 quid a month. And yeah, you know, we are going to have these other products. I'll be creating these other products, but these 3 here, that's probably where I need to start looking at. Okay. Actually, that should be. Let's just do this as customers and leads. Let's say I need 1,000 people in my email subscribers. 1,000 email subscribers. And I need if it was 100 people, that's a 10% conversion rate of 50 quid a month. I don't think that's impossible. 100 customers at 50 quid a month. That's not impossible at all. That's easy. I can do that. That's crazy easy. So I basically need to figure out what the actual products are for this, what I would offer at these levels, but what the products are for this, and then write that copy. And finally, we've got our building an automation funnel. We need traffic, we need leads, or subscribers, I guess. Email subs, leads, customers, and silos. So I happen to know that my 3 overall silos are growth, subscribers, and members. And I guess up here, that would be a membership or a membership funnel. The lead capture, this is kind of around this area here. This is lead capture really, isn't it? Maybe these things are like consultancy based things or packages, or course maybe. So there's a lot of stuff here, right? And this is basically how we then start doing it. we then need to now highlight them and say, well, what's the most important? To me, I believe that the most important one is probably writing the 4 blog posts. That's probably where I'm going to start getting the most traction. So I've decided on the most important one. Yeah, it's going to be a how-to guide, and I need a rough outline. And that's basically it. And I'm going to repeat this, rinse and repeat, until I've written 4 blog posts. And once I've checked that off, I can start moving down, writing my sales copy, and then creating the products and things like that. I'm a big fan in trying to sell something before you've built it, because you don't have any idea. Thanks for sticking with me on that. I know that looked tough, but I need you to do that, and this is as much about keeping me accountable. And this is basically what we do. So we say, what do we want to do? I want to launch a new site. I want 5,000 a month in revenue and build an automation funnel. If I need traffic, I need to choose traffic source. I need to automate the traffic process, which is basically put aside a certain budget and drive it back to a certain channel, or maybe even hire someone to take care of traffic. If I want email subscribers, I need siloed opt-in forms. I need siloed content. I need lead magnets. And if these are too broad, I will then take these out and go, right, well, let's build an automation funnel, but let's scale this out, If I want leads, I need nurture streams, and I need nurture content, which is kind of like webinars, ebooks, courses, and splinter products. For customers, I need products, catalog, and I need to get in front of them. All right. I think that's about it. So, yeah, that's basically how I'm going to remain productive. This is good. I now feel that I could just kind of start boshing this out. I'll speak to you guys later. And remember, the tool list that I go through, you can get access to that in the link below, which gives you every single tool, every single worksheet, all that kind of stuff that we've gone over completely for free. You can just sign up to that. All right, see you later. Bye, guys.